So how does a bill become a law? Well, no law is passed except by a bill. Bills are generally introduced in the House or Senate. No bill, except general appropriations bills, may contain more than one subject, which is to be expressed clearly in its title. No bill can be amended in its passage through either the House or the Senate as to change its original purpose without going back to the House where it originated in or back and forth until both the House and the Senate have passed the exact same bill. The legislative procedure is virtually the same in both houses, and that's a pretty bare bones version of it, but it works kind of like this. Typically, a legislator will file a bill and introduce it in a committee. That committee then takes a vote, or they hear testimony and an explanation of what the bill is and how it works. And sometimes that testimony is from other legislators, sometimes it's from experts in their field, and sometimes it's from stakeholders just like you. At the end of that hearing, the committee typically will take a vote on whether to pass that bill along to the next committee. Once it's gone through the required committees, it will reach the House or the Senate floor to be voted on by the full body of the House or the full body of the Senate before it then moves to the other side. And then once it is passed on both sides, typically the bill will be signed into law by the governor. And then there's lots of special rules about what happens if the governor doesn't sign it, what happens if the governor vetoes the bill, so forth and so on. But typically, where legislators need most of our help is when those bills are in committee and they're looking for folks who have lived experience, people who bills will impact their life. They need for us to come and provide testimony and tell them why a bill or a piece of legislation is so important to us. So giving it context, telling our stories, telling our legislators why a bill is important, either because we want it to pass or we think we don't want it to pass because it will cause harm, or perhaps we would like to see some amendments in the bill that better meet our needs.